So the topic that we are discussing is about awareness, or more specifically, we are discussing about self-awareness. And so today, kind of we'll discuss a little more, deeper aspect of the same self-awareness, and we will see that how this self-awareness is, very very unique only to the living entity, right? So so some of the points that we wanted to make it clear here is that we are interested in distinguishing between the conscious object and the matter, right? So the point that we wanted to make is the object which is conscious uh, is something different from the object which is not. So therefore, there is a clear distinction between the conscious object and the object which are not conscious. So which we call it as a matter, right? So therefore, so we'll discuss today the another aspect of consciousness, which we call it as a self awareness, right? So and the this self awareness quality, or this self awareness property, which also is attributed to consciousness, is one kind of attributed, which would take us to the the quality of being eternal, or like we put it in this way, quality, it will take us to the root of infinity. Actually, it is so therefore the consciousness and infinity has got connectivity in this aspect. So for example, let's take this example that, so let's start from the things which we observe. So we have got different senses. I have got eyes, I have got skin, I have got ear to hear something, I have got smell, I have got a taste. So these are my senses, and with different faculty through which I acquire knowledge, right? So it's like a sensing device, or let's say like input device to my internal system. And however, it is not only I am acquiring knowledge, I am also aware of that I am acquiring knowledge. So which means that, so awareness is making me, the which is the consciousness is actually really making me aware that I am I am acquiring, or else I am acquiring, or I am interacting with the external object. So whatever, for example, let's say when I see a fruit, when I observe a fruit, so I am aware that I am looking at the fruits, or I am aware that I am smelling the sweet fragrance of that fruit. I am aware that I am looking at the shape of the fruits. I am aware that I am looking at the colors of that fruit. So it is not only that, I am also aware that I am aware of awareness about the color, shape, size of the fruits. It is not only that, I am also aware of. So you look at here, the self-referencing property is automatically getting invoked when you're talking about the self-awareness. So it means that I am aware of external object, I am also aware that I am aware of external object. It is not only that, I am also aware that I am aware of the external object. So this is, so essentially, if you go on tracing the awareness in that route, right, in that loop, you will eventually see that it will take you to the infinity. Okay, and it is very much, this is one of the aspect of the consciousness, that is actually it is infinite. So infinite is one of the attributes of the consciousness which actually distinguishes us from the matter. So therefore, however, the same kind of attribute we won't see in the matter. So in the later discussion, we'll see that how the same self-referencing or the self-awareness property becomes a hurdles, or has becomes a difficulty in the modern science. For example, the same property has become a difficulty in computation in the computer science, which we call it as a halting problem. The same problem has become a difficulty in logic, right? So we have this Gödel's incompleteness theorem, and then the same problem also, as I could understand, has become a kind of has become a hurdle in if I am not wrong, in the quantum physics. So we see here, which means that the quality of being eternal, or let's say quality of being able to travel in the path of this infinity, is one of the unique property or the unique quality of consciousness, right, which we don't see in any way in matter. Matter does not exhibit such kind of behavior, right? So therefore this self-awareness, or the awareness of awareness, or awareness of awareness of awareness, so which eventually takes you to the infinite, to the infinity, okay, which eventually take us to the infinity, is one of the beautiful property of the consciousness. Therefore in the Vedic scripture or in the Vedic literature, the terminology which has been used is actually the self-realization. So we have to realize by ourselves, and it is possible, particularly because of this kind of properties that the consciousness exhibits, right? So this is one of the important property that that is being exhibited by the conscious entity, and which distinguishes itself from the matter. So therefore we again, our stand is that the consciousness is really different from the matter. And with this kind of understanding, we'll further see that, we'll further explore how the consciousness is very unique, and how the consciousness cannot be understood by the modern scientific approach. So therefore somewhere or other we need a different kind of science or a different kind of knowledge system to understand really the consciousness, right? So thank you very much for today.